I'm joined by two stand-up comedians this morning. They've got a tour coming up, and we've seen a lot of comedy, I think, happening around the country, whether it's skits on social media. And I think over the last couple of years, we've seen more and more stand-up comedy tours coming through. And joining me this morning are two renowned stand-up comedians. That is Doc Vikela and Bhutisi. And I feel like just by proximity, by osmosis. Bhutisi.
Oh, how's it, Baba?
I'm great. You guys have got something exciting lined up. There's comedy. There's a lot of comedy happening everywhere, but I know you guys have a tour of yours. It's a dual tour, right?
Yeah, sure.
Both Doc and Bhutisi. But there's something unique about this tour. And then we take it from there.
Yeah, your tour, the Comedy Junta. We are here.
Violence,
to be Panika Force Karipo was the one to take over the space. Don't gonna with the right I
think everyone should come here because I'm no longer grumpy. You got like the environment itself makes it. You can't be grumpy up here because you don't. Oh, no, but yeah, this is nice.
You feel like you're on top of the world.
If anyone feels grumpy, like I think everyone who works here is motivated. So the Comedy Junta is a light-hearted way of saying that comedy has been in the doldrums for too long. Yeah. We've been punching in the dark, but now we've seen the light. The junta comes and it takes over and removes enemies around the humor.
So enemies around the humor. Enemies around the humor. What do you mean? Are you saying there are people, fake comedians?
No,
or what?
there are people who there are people who don't understand the joke. Yeah. There are people who don't understand the craft. There are people who think they understand the craft. At the end of the day, they then mixing water and oil, and then what you have a fake product at the end of the day. What sustains an industry is the quality of the product more than anything else. Yeah. Right? So you realize that we growing up to Sungura, we used to hear it on radio, and then we started going to galas to witness firsthand. We'd never gone to a Leonard Dembo show, but his music sustained us for so long. So what we're saying is, we're taking it to the people, we're taking it to the owners of this item, because there's nothing for us to prove anymore except to strengthen the genre and then pull the necessary numbers and say the junta has taken over.
I know both of you guys are quite popular on social media, especially with the skits that you guys do on social media. So how is that going to be different to what you guys are going to be doing with the stand-up tour?
Thank you so much for that question. This tour is going to be full of experience. We're going to be giving people an experience. It's well packaged. Like you were saying, people have known us for just being on the internet. But now we are there live in front of them. They can even touch us. They will see us eating. They will know that we also get hungry. So it's an experience, Baba.
All right. And Doc, obviously, into a stand-up tour, there's a lot of moving parts into this. So maybe in terms of how you guys have put this together, like, are you guys going to be both on the stage at the same time, or is it going to be, just two different acts from both of you guys?
So principally, by design, stand-up, it's an individual sport. You go on stage alone with your material, your 40 minutes, your 50 minutes, no matter how we designed the length of our sets, with a few open mics in every town. So we've designed in a way that in every town, our promoters are tasked with picking up one or two young comedians that are going to open the show for us before we take turns to go on stage and perform. But you know what? We have done events deep in Gwanda, Colin Bond, where he did his set, I did my set, and then the audience said, "Ayo, but tukumbodauti babaru izi namdara by stage," and then babaru izi namdara
but that can be amazing. Exactly. Babaru izi namdara
like so we don't know whether in Triangle, whether in Tare they will ask for that. But what we're saying is we're giving people an experience. Yeah. Right? And that experience, I hope people at home are seeing me because I'm quite dark, like I'm a shadow on my own, I'm moving shadow. But what we're saying is it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I know people have got insurance because there are so many medical aid companies that have propped up, so they better take 2 or 3.
You talked about different parts of the country. Maybe give us details on that. When is this tour starting? Which places are you hoping to go? And maybe even how you guys are going to be choosing those local comedians from the different towns to sort of open for you guys.
Yeah. The tour is starting. We're starting with Triangle on the 30th of March. From Triangle, we go to Harare. We come back to Harare at Rainbow. Then we go to Mutare on the 18th of April. Then Independence Day, 18 April, we'll be in Obulawayo.
So it's a nationwide. It's a nationwide tour.
From there, we go to Masvingo on the 26th of April.
Right. And if somebody, obviously, people are watching at home now, they're like, all right, so whether it's in Masvingo, Mutare, or Triangle, how do they get tickets to the show? Are they available pre-sale or it's just at the door? What's happening?
So we have advanced tickets in every venue. So what we've done is we've intentionally put details on every poster for every town on our social media platforms, right? But they can always hit us on our hotline 0719-875-384, so we can even forward to them details for the person responsible in Masvingo, in Mutare, in all the other towns that we're going to. So it's readily available on our social media. You go to PO Box Media, you go to Simuka Comedy, you go to Doc Vikela, you find all the necessary information there.
Doc, I know you've also done a bit of work with Simuka Comedy. What's happening with that right now?
So Simuka Comedy, by design, is the first ever Zimbabwean stand-up comedy club, a first ever collective of young stand-up comedians who said, let's open our own space to perform. So by design, over the years, we've churned out so many comedians that we've workshopped, that we have groomed along the way. In fact, every comedian that you might come to know of has graced the Simuka Comedy stage on their way to stardom. Because by design, that's what we are. So Simuka Comedy right now is into television, is into stand-up shows, is into social work, where we are saying we're using humor to impact society, because we feel like without a laugh, it would be a boring society.
Well, we all did laughs. Bhutisi, obviously, maybe just looking at it, you guys say this is what the Comedy Junta. Did I get that? That's the name of the tour. And obviously, there's a lot of questions around that. But like in terms of where the industry is, the comedy industry, do you feel like it's in a good space? Doc just highlighting obviously the work that Simuka Comedy has done to open doors, but maybe in terms of it being a profession and you guys being able to maybe churn out a living from it, where do you think you guys are?
Tiri munzira mdara, tichori munzira, we are heading to greatness, and the industry hombe. Muspesi atiri zvinotaronzi, laughter is the greatest medicine, and it is needed. Tangufana na chiremba waya vari kuvizitirwa nyaya dzekunzvera moyo. Muspesi atiri there's a lot of space, there's a lot of cases there, mental health. Tiri muspesi iroro hakuna medicine chaiyo inogona kunocure zvinhu izvozvo, but besides nyaya yekurelieve stress and making a lot of laughter mumaspaces ese, be it online or stand up.
You know what, in personal, I'm going a bit off track. In Kadota Naimvarda today. And I've seen lately Babarwizi. I'm not going to try. I remember but I've seen you've been doing a lot of these Mkadota impressions. How much of an influence was he on you as a comedian, and obviously why the decision to maybe take that direction and carry on with those impersonations?
First and foremost, Mukadota was the father of television in Zimbabwe. For people who want television, it's because of Mukadota. The man was a genius, and kuita kwandaka notora Roy was to sort of celebrating him. Kuti legacy yake isafe. We want to kuendesa continuity kumberi. I could have taken that role and given myself a different name, but no, I said no, I'm doing this for this man. It's a celebration. zvokuti zvichiita we want to do more, even to do a documentary talking to people who have celebrated him, people who have gone to his shows, people who akagara nawo akararama nawo munguva yake. He was a big man.
And I think that's a fantastic way to honor his legacy. Doc, just as we round up, maybe to the junta that you that you guys are looking at, probably taking your tour to, maybe your message to them, maybe you can look directly into the camera when I told the junta as you go on this comedy junta tour.
So it's going to be crazy. Kucha farwa, kucha sekwa. Like what Butalo said, like what Bhutisi said. Like what Bhutisi said, it's always important for you to come through and laugh. And ndambodokuro ene one band anati mugonorega kuya. Mwanda vanodipu wanzisaka. Vanchekesa nzungulo nzeli. Vati mbotesta tu yeah. As no sugar. By the time you wanozoti
inono anodanzwisa vandosangana voti mbonditira wando ndati iwe ko ukasangana na Charles Manyuchi unomuti mboni pa wando ere ndizoti uri boxing
kana vakuendesa kuboxing vachi. Anyway, Bhutisi, tichivhara, maybe your words to comedy fans of not only you and Doc Vikela, but of the art form as you guys get ready to go on this tour.
All right, Dandingoti, thank you Zimbabwe for supporting us from day one. Thank you Zimbabwe for supporting the upcoming nevamwe vachauya. Trukuona ruoko rwenyu, even the corporates varikuti support on this tour. Tina vakati wande. Thank you so much. Rambai makadaro musaitiraiso. We are coming to a town near you, kana kwa muri koko. Please get your tickets. Let's have fun in Zimbabwe.
And my shadow is saying, yes. Right? The corporates have done their bit, right? But we want you guys to come and experience the Comedy Junta.
All right, thank you very much, Doc Vikela and Bhutisi, joining me on this Monday morning.
Konapo, Ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.